Hello everyone, my name is Imera Vasquez and today we're going to talk a little bit about the phase one. And this is our first activity, and it is actually to understand what we're going to do and the rest of the four phases that we're about to see, right? First, it's good for you guys to understand what is didactics. So far, it means for me, like didactics per se means to teach, right? It could be also a synonymous of instructing, and then when you pull it all together with English didactics is the science of teaching and learning a language, literal, and the culture. Because when you're learning a language, you're just not learning words, you're not learning phrases. What you're actually doing is to understand the background of this place, you need to understand the culture, you need to understand the context, to fully understand the use of the language and the location or the place or the city or the part of the world that you are in, right? So what we're doing in this class, we have to see two different units. The first one is language teaching and learning, and the second one is language skills. All right, so this language skills regarding the concept of the theories and the teaching with the methods of the reproductive and receptive and productive skills. Okay, so this is pretty much our basis, our solid basis that we're gonna have that we're gonna be using in the future whenever we're face to face in a class. So uh, this program will actually divide in 32 hours of participation observant, where we're gonna be able to work along with our teachers, either virtual or face to face in an actual classroom. And then we're gonna work well with the teacher in this case, and being able to help them up with whatever it is need, either if either if they need us to teach something, to help them to give away sheets, to create a material for the class, whatever it is required for us to do, it will be done, right? So the second phase, which will start next Monday and will have about a month and some days to finish, we will have to do 8 hours of participation observant. We will have to create 2 hours of material development. So those uh, material that we're going to create, it should be good for a class, right? And then we will have 3 hours of SAPEC, which is this master class per se, right? It's a master class that we're going to have with our teachers and everyone in the community that they can help us to improve or to answer some of the questions that we may have along the way. And then the third phase will require another 8 hours of a participant observant practice, and then 2 extra hours of material development. And then the fourth phase is pretty much to adjust the portfolio. So we're going to have 3 hours, and this is going to be like a class with the person, with a teacher that is following up on our portfolio, and it's just in order for us to fully adjust all the different information that we have there that we've been collecting all the way in case that we're missing something and we need to create something, just for us to have everything done and everything just how it's supposed to be presented. And then we will have 3 hours of simulator, which is a class that we're gonna find uh, in the in the um, um, right here in the campus, right? The campus, all right. So this class, it's a simulator class, and we'll have some questions that we have to answer regarding the different procedures or whatever it is the simulated about. And we will have to acknowledge these questions with the background information and everything that we've been learning in the course. And then we will have another 3 hours of SAPEC. Well, we will pretty much summarize everything all over again. And so right now it's important to understand what are rights, right? So let's start with the duties, okay? Uh, we need to read the guides. We need to make sure what is it that we have to do in every step of the way. We need to be responsible with the enrollment task. Anything that we require, the ARL, the insurance, the plan, the schedules, my time as a student, it should be matching with the times of the teacher, and we have to make sure to schedule this with time so everything goes well and we do not have any inconvenience. And in case we do, we have to be responsible enough to inform, and so they can be aware that you gonna miss a day or you're gonna replace the hours in some other day, just for every part of the process is aware of everything that we're doing regarding the class so it doesn't impact on our students. So therefore we have to be communicative, okay? We have to have a good personal appearance, and I mean, we have to do our best. So because we actually show in the face of the university, and not just that, we have to be responsible for ourselves and our appearance. And this is our CV, right? This is our personal information that we're gonna share, and it's not just the paper; it's us, the way that we present to our class. It is something that we do really have to keep, really in mind because it's really important for them to understand that the way that we look um, shows how important for us is to be there, if that makes sense. And that's why we always not just to be looking nice, but we have to be on time, right? We have to be on point with the activities and schedules. We can't just be 1 hour late and just pretend for the teacher to sign us for 2 hours that we promised. We have to be on point with all the practice hours to complete them all, to prepare the classes on time, so be active and be always on top of things. This is pretty much our duties. And our rights is having a place assigned, right? What's best that we have to have something assigned before we do that. So UNAD is responsible and along with us to assign this place where we have to have our tutoring with the SAPEX or anything else that we need. We have to have this companionship from someone to overlook what we're doing in case that we need something. We need to be valued and respected because it's our time. We're learning, and no one can just assume that we're gonna do things that are outside of our skills because we're just building them, right? We have to be respected well in different practices in areas in case you have a discapacity or you have different belief or anything that it's yours and that you don't want to change because of anything, so you have to be respected by the teacher that you're next to and by the person who's tutoring you. So just make sure you're valued and that you feel comfortable in your practice hours. We have to have the IRL in case something happens to us because we need to be ensured that our health is taken care of. And we have to receive a paper certification on all the hours that we're doing because this is the only receipt that we're going to have, the proof that we actually did what we did. And all the way to the end, when we finish, we can have this as a proof. I did this and I'm good at whatever I do. And thank you so much. That's pretty much it. Have a good one.